Hello everyone, the Atlas Rises update has finally been released. I'm going to be looking at the patch notes live, and I'm going to just basically talk about them live and tell you what you guys think. There is also a trailer, as shown here. It's absolutely amazing. I'm going to put it in the description if you want to check it out. But to put it bluntly, Atlas Rises brings in a brand new overhauled central storyline, portals, a new mission system, trade improvements to system economies, joint exploration, and more, and it marks the 1-year anniversary of No Man's Sky. Now, there is a brand new story. It talks about the fabric of existence, a mystery, a new interdimensional race appears to be activated. Now, in Waking Titan, we saw this as what seems to be the 4th race, and it's got a little bit of the sounds in there, so it's pretty damn funny. And it's called A Glitches Are Causing Ancient Portals to Activate. Now, the story brings a new context, quest system, and a branching narrative to No Man's Sky. This is absolutely insane. Some of this stuff hasn't even been spoken about. Sean has said that he would like it in the game, but he said that's not the type of game that No Man's Sky is, and they've gone and friggin' done it. There's 30 hours of new story content, and I guess there's obviously double the new lore, so we're going to see more lore in the plaques and the Korvax ruins, all of this stuff. And after Waking Titan, Atlas Rises. Now we're going to be moving on to the Galactic Regeneration now. So a lot of people, when they saw this, they were like, oh god, I'm going to lose all of my stuff, I'm going to lose all of my saves. Well, that isn't it. A regenerated system adds wealth and economy and conflict level to the star system. So right here, as you can see, it says economy, power generation, comfortable. There has also been more screenshots leaked about this, which talk about the Viking and have a sort of develop other things like weapons. So depending on the race, I imagine that's how it's going to be. So install galactic technology to be able to filter them out by life form, wealth, and technology. So it seems you're going to have to unlock this somehow. I don't know how, obviously I haven't played the game yet. And improved waypointing allows your navigation, so you can see everywhere you've been so far. Now on to another big bit. New Worlds talks about the visual quality of planetary biomes. Now, in the trailer, it basically talks about how there's new planetary biomes, how it basically says that there's a new high-fidelity graphics, and you can explore rare new exotic planet types. Now, as you can see here, if you remember in Waking Titan, it says that there is a world made of glass. I don't know how much this could be, but either way, this looks absolutely amazing. Going from the leaks that we got yesterday, and this morning, just now, I am so hyped up for this update. And a big feature which was requested is crashed freighters. Now, you can discover and scavenge lost cargo from these gigantic crashed freighters. Now, they look amazing. Look at all of this stuff. Like, I don't know if it's the same model each time, but it looks amazing, and you can complete salvage mission for guild rewards. And what this means is you obviously must earn sort of reputation we're given in the faction. So if a Gek gives you it, you're gonna learn their new worlds, new languages, all of this stuff. Again, all of this is in the description. I'm just going over these really quickly for a quick update. And you can use a terrain manipulator to excavate buried resources in the region. So if you don't know, the terrain manipulator basically is so you can craft like the own world, really. It's sort of like a creative tool. You can completely destroy the world, you can create bits of the world with like a material editor, stuff like that. And then another big bit is the mission system. So for anyone that has played Elite Dangerous, you can sort of see here, but they're kind of going off that. You can get loads of missions though. So inside each space station, I assume, there's going to be a mission agent, and this guy here is Specialist Dagrusa, I think, and the missions are constantly generated and catered to all playstyles: scanning, trading, combat, and exploration. So I don't know what each one means. As you can see here, this is like a unit quest, so you get units. This is like a rare item, this is a ship part, and this is nanite clusters. Again, each one is completely unique, so whatever you do, it's going to be brand new, and everything will take you to a different location. This looks like a Pokeball, that's what I thought it was at first. But the new NPC guilds have been introduced with new standing and new objectives. Now moving on to the new interstellar trading, there has been so much stuff added. I don't even know what half of this stuff is. There's new economic variables to bring new depth between trading and star systems. So if we go back to the regeneration of the galaxy, basically each system is going to have one of these in, or 2 of them, and you can find them in special systems and stuff. It's absolutely insane. It's something which is so good. And there's a tiered crafting system, allows increasingly valuable products to be crafted by combining harvestable materials. So there's a more in-depth crafting system, which again was promised pre-launch. There was this new thing called gas harvesters, allowing explorers to extract valuable elements from a planet's atmosphere. How the hell much have they worked on this? This is insane. Now you can also combine the crafted products to create the valuable items that can be sold on the galactic marketplace. So it's not just creating like resources and stuff like that and mining them like that. You can actually make your living just by creating loads of stuff and then blasting it on the galactic market. And there's also maintenance interactions for the harvesting equipment. So if your harvesting equipment breaks, you're going to have to repair it. As you can see here, it basically shows it. If it breaks or runs out of fuel, you're going to need Heridium to charge it. And also, the analysis visor has finally got a redux. As you can see here, Dead End Thrills, first thing, he does like all of the screenshots for the game, but you can literally see anything. You can see the discovery of it, you can see your local materials nearby, and here you have a timer on your critical like freeze levels now, so instead of like you just wondering when it's going to happen, you can now see when you're literally going to run out of like freeze protection and stuff like that. You can also, the specialized analysis visor updates can be equipped to further improve effectiveness, so you can actually upgrade your analysis visor. Again, this is getting rid of a lot of slots in your inventory. I don't know how they're going to sort this out, but again, this is just for the update. Now the user interface has had a huge, I'm looking at you, a huge redux. As you can see here, your journey now shows all of the life forms information that you've got. You've got your stand-in, your total missions completed, your systems by them visited, your words learned, and it gives a little rundown of it here. There's also the Merchants Guild, the Mercenaries Guild, and the Explorers Guild. I assume this is probably the Gek, Viking, and Korvax. Again, I'm not too sure on that. And there's also a bunch of images down here, which I'm just going to quickly get up on the screen. So this just here is your mission log. Again, this is in your log part. So you've got your primary missions, you've got the Atlas path, and you've got these few quests here, Artemis, the Explorer, and Null, the Stranger. And again, this shows your secondary missions, which is your Exocraft, your Weapons Research, and your Agricultural. Again, these quests, it's amazing how they've done this. I don't know how the roleplay goes into it, but again, this is something to find out in the update. We also have the new Discoveries tab, so it's a lot more in depth now. You can literally see everything that's been discovered here, everything that's on the planet and who it is owned by, and it just looks a lot more cleaner in my personal opinion. And the final thing here is if you go into your guide, you can see everything which is like on planets which you've discovered. So if you can see here, like zinc, it tells you exactly what zinc is. It's sort of like a survival guide sort of thing. You've got portal glyphs, technology, crafted products. Again, this is all brand new. Everything of like this hasn't been added into the game before. So moving on, there has been a ton of visual improvements. As you can see, when you interact with the NPCs now, you have depth of field now. I don't know why, it just looks so much cleaner. And I also like this new user interface here. And there's also numerous texture stuff which has obviously happened. As you can see, the game just looks so much more smoother now. I don't know if this is in-game, but if it is, then Christ, that looks damn good. Moving on to the terrain editing. Now, this is a bit of a miss and hit feature. A lot of people have been like, whoa, this is a bit of a weird feature to do, but basically, you can just craft stuff. That's literally it. The world is your oyster. You can make anything you want. You can form the terrain around your base to make it look like a part of the environment. Now, portals, wow. This is something which a lot of us expected. And I just can't believe they're activated. You have to learn the language of the portals by unlocking the mysterious glyphs. Now, ancient portals can be activated. You have to revisit the previous planet, other bases, or jump randomly into new worlds. You interact with a portal by inputting a specific combination of glyphs to quick travel to a specific planet. You can share the glyph combinations with the community. So again, this is probably going to be something which we're going to be personally activating on the Discords. Glyph combinations and stuff like that. That's something that we really want to have. Now, there's also been a number of improvements to the space combat. First things first is this big thing here. There's also a new ship over here, and all of the stuff just seems to be so much more smoother and improved. It says that there's been a number of improvements such as ship maneuverability and dogfighting, and the enemy AI has been overhauled. There's also been a new HUD, includes a communicator, which is sort of like GLaDOS, if you know what that is, which can be used to advance mission steps or even hail pirates before they attack. And another big feature for this update is low flight. A mod which was released when the game was first released was allowing players to literally just cruise around the terrain. And Hello Games have listened and they have added it in. Atmospheric low flight now assists players to cruise above the terrain. Low flight and improved low flight makes in-atmosphere dogfighting more likely and exciting. Crashing into obstacles will damage your ship. So be careful where you're going, explorers, because this could be bad. Glitches in the simulation have arrived. Visualed by strange floating ores, up to 16 players can now communicate with one another and explore the universe. Multiplayer confirmed. That is literally it. Multiplayer is finally confirmed. To see other players, there's going to be 16 people in sort of a lobby, and you can use voice over IP, which allows proximity-based voice chat with nearby explorers. This is the first step into the world of synchronous co-op with No Man's Sky, so expect more on this in future updates. Again, there's a little image here which is going to be on the screen in a little bit more detail. And there's also the new ships. So the first one is the new S-Class ships. They are all S-Class. So these aren't just like random ships that you're going to find. If you're going to find these ships, they are going to be rare. So these are obviously all of the ships that have sort of been kind of announced in Waking Titan. This one definitely. They all look the same. We don't know if they're sort of like a race ship. We will find out in the update. There's also been a temperature measurement and a summoned ship added. These are quality of life improvements. They're a lot bit easier. You can also summon your ship anywhere from the planet's surface using your quick menu. Now there's also inventory management, so you get general resources, technology, and cargo. And PlayStation 4 players can now adjust their field of view via the options menu. You can jump between systems from the comfort of your freighter, and landing your ship no longer auto ejects you from the cockpit. You can finally just take the time before exiting. The patch notes are all here, these are all on the website, but I'll let you guys look at them yourself. I wanted to make you this update as soon as possible just to get it out to you guys, but for now, that's all I can say. It's all but out, and I can't wait to play this damn update.